pool. That one's large, it's also heated, the door's really closed tight. So we have 2 waxing facilities. Eastridge does not have them, but they can use either one of the other 2 sites. And there's benches and irons and scrapers and other tools needed for waxing there, so you do not need to purchase those items. They're there. And we also do a waxing clinic the second week, so we'll teach you how to wax your skis.
Hey Joe, real quick, for the email distribution, we're not going to do text messaging this year, but you know it snows in the winter, and just in case you need a quick update, you'll definitely want to be on the email list. So I have a little, when you go to the Eastridge website, on the left-hand bar, there's directions on there, so as to how to register. So take one of these before you leave. If you have any questions, Deb Besser, you can shoot me an email. I'm happy to answer any of those questions as well.
Could the captains elaborate on captain's practices so that everyone knows?
Okay, so captain's practices, well, as far as Eastridge goes, we host them at 3:30 upstairs in the track, and that will be Monday through Friday for the next week, including next week. And then
for Woodbury, just right after school, meet in the pool hallway, and that'll go until the beginning of the season. And then at the beginning of the season, that's when real practices start. So
you can run or roller ski or rollerblade or whatever too.
Same for park.
Well, one thing I want to elaborate on is we're meeting the indoor track for Eastridge, but we are working out outside, so bring warm clothes. Don't show up with shorts and a t-shirt.
oh yeah,
it's a little cold out there, so yeah, definitely bring warm clothes.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
So for captain practices, you know you can't be there, you don't need to let anybody know.
No. Yep. Coaches are not involved in that in any way.
And they don't need to know.
Not mandatory attendance. Nope.
Couple blister announcements, Joe. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
One more.
Actually, 2 quick things. Our Saturday, when the snow was there, our Saturday practices mandatory? They are, okay.
Now, if you're going on a trip or like the family cabin's there and it's a big deal, we'll understand, but it's the communication that's important.
And then the wax rooms, will there be hours posted? Okay.
Yep, and we'll, especially with the Woodbury wax, because it's the most traffic, we're gonna try to have at least one coach present during the peak hours so they can monitor it. There will be hours posted for it. I can answer more questions too. Let's just have Mr. Buff speak quickly.
Okay, I'll just be real quick. I'm Mike Besser, and I am lucky to be president of the Nordic Power Booster Board. We got a few other folks here that I want to introduce as well. If you have questions now or later, so that you know who they are. Guy Hummel. He handles all of our fundraising. Denny Betts. Deb Besser, who's handling the communications. Carolyn Betts, who has been chairing our banquet. Coordinates the best banquet of all 3 schools, I think, of all sports. Does a fantastic job. Deb Sheffrell handles our pictures and rosters and those types of stuff. Ann House, Molly's mom, is our park rep, and Rachel Davis, Grant's mom, is our Woodbury rep, and also keeps us in the Woodbury paper when we do well. So, there's, at least when Deb and I first got involved, I think the entire team could have fit in these chairs in the front. And we've gone from that to over 100 skiers under Joe's leadership and the help of the coaches and the volunteer coaches. So this team has grown tremendously, which has been fantastic. We've run the Booster Club basically off of 3 fundraisers that we've done every year. We gather trash at Woodbury Days, swallow your pride and empty the garbage cans. They pay us to do it. We do bagging at Cub, which is what's on December 31st, and then we also work Kowalski's, which is on January 11th. Okay. We're getting to the point where those 3 fundraising events don't quite cover all the things that we try to do for the team. So this year, Joe mentioned the $20 wax tax, which is one of the fees that we collect to help support the expenses of the team. And then we also are going to add a $20 booster fee as well. And we can collect that tonight, or we can collect that at any of the other events. And again, as Joe mentioned, if you got a number of kids in a family on the team, just let us know. We'll work with you however you need us to do that. But the funds that we've raised so far, a large part of it goes directly into supporting the kids with the meets. We have sandwich making parties for the big meets. We hold it. Joe mentioned how social this team is. We host and support a lot of those social events, the pasta parties, the pancake breakfasts. We grill hot dogs at the costume race. So a number of those things we provide. We provide food at the larger meets. We help support the Michigan trip. So it's quite a bit that we try to do. And then probably what we're most proud of is last year we were able to contribute 3 new sets of skis for the rental program. And then, as Joe mentioned, this year finally getting new race suits, which are badly needed. So lots of great work. We welcome any help, any support you want to give. We're also there to answer questions. There is the team social next Thursday at Lake Elmo, 6:30 start, I believe?
6, I think.
6 o'clock start. At the Nordic Center, so beautiful location. They'll have the lights on for us to use the trail. They'll have a bonfire out. The Booster Club will be providing pizza. We'll have more information on that on the website, so make sure you grab a sheet and check that out. So, parents, if you're welcome to come, there'll be most of the Booster Club will be there, as well as some other veteran parents. So, if you just have questions, I just want to talk about Nordic, we'll be there for that too. So,
Also, just regarding the Washington County Park Pass, you can get a day pass for $5, and you'll need a pass if you're going to go to this event and leave your car there. And it's a $5 day pass, or the park office is going to be open until 8 p.m. that night, and you can buy the season pass for $25 and put that on your car. So to be parking anywhere in the Lake Elmo, does that cover the ravine?
yes.
All the Washington County parks, you need to have that pass if you're going to park there. It's one thing to just drive in and drop someone off and drive out, but if you're going to park there, you got to have the pass. That includes for next Thursday.
Yep.
So it's a good time to buy your season pass.
So that's all I had. We'll be over here if you want to take care of the wax tax and booster fee tonight. We're happy to take that. Or if you have any questions, we'll be around for that too. So thanks.
A lot of the great things we can do is because of the Booster Club.
Joe, questions? You say there's classic and skate. Do the athletes do both varieties and race, or do they pick one for one race and do another, or do they do both?
We'll do both techniques. We'll have, for most of the year we do, for a race, it's one technique. So everyone's going to skate, or everyone's going to classic, and it's communicated, it's on the schedule already. And then we have what's known as pursuit races, where you will be, it's a school day, pull out of school for the entire day. And in the morning, you'll do a classic race. And you get about a 3-hour break, 2-hour break, and then in the afternoon you do a skate race. And they take your time from the first race, and depending on what you do, that's when you are released for the second race. And then if you are, say you were 5 seconds behind the first place skier in the first race, you then wait 5 seconds and then you go. And wherever you finish that second race is where you actually finish overall for both races combined. It's pretty exciting to watch that. So they'll do both techniques, so you want to get both skis or get a combi pair. So you do. If you only have one, you can still fully be on the team, you just will have a hard time classic skiing with skate skis. probably have to sell at that race. Yep, both kinds. Pursuit races are great. I love them.
What do you know about the ski trail pass? My daughter's 16 now, does she have to have the pass on her, especially if we have a family pass?
Yeah.
You do.
She should have it on her.
Never gonna have it on her.
I hear you. I never have it on me either.
Usually,
Go ahead.
typically, you won't get checked at Battle Creek. You could get checked at Lake Elmo. If you go to a Three Rivers Park, you don't need it there. So it's not an issue at a Three Rivers Park because they do not get any money from DNR for trails. But if you're at a state park, I would make sure you have it on you.
And
Yeah.
the ski passes, if you know you're gonna be doing it for a while too, can't you get like a multiple year for a
Yeah.
discount too? So-
And I can't remember the price of it, but you can get several years, I think it's a 3-year pass,
Yeah.
and it's at a cut price. So that's good. That pass is good in Duluth, it's good in this part of Minnesota too, it's great. You too?
So there were 2 passes on the slideshow. It was the state one and the Washington County one. So you need both of them for all the trails that we do?
Yeah, and with the Minnesota, well, not all, Washington County, like when you ski at Battle Creek, that's not Washington County.
Oh.
So you wouldn't need it for that, but we'll ski at Lake Elmo a lot. Hopefully get to Ravine, I think the trails are grouped. But, you know, with the state ski trail pass, I don't want to undersell, but I've never been asked for it. But you should have it though. I think I have some athletes back there. Well, no, but maybe athletes back there, they're kind of going, what is that? You need it. That money goes to preserving the trails, making it better for all skiers. You should purchase it. And if you are called out, it is a hefty fine. So I'll definitely have it.
And it should be noted that the Washington County Park Pass is only for your vehicle.
Yeah.
You don't need it as a person, just for your car.
It's also, the Washington County Park Pass, and also the surrounding counties honoring as well.
Nice.
Oh.
If I could add, Jill. 2 things real quick. One, as he alluded to, that you get out of school, remember you're a student athlete first. You know, student, and then an athlete. We get out of school a lot, especially those all-day trips. Make sure you're keeping up with your studies. I mean, I saw a couple people already bring their books tonight. Well done. That's a great thing. And we know Nordic skiing, the way I joined it, probably the reason why Joe joined it, is their friends. Get your friends out. If there's somebody you know that's not doing a winter sport, convince them. And get them out here. The more the better. So talk to your friends.
It's more fun to ski with your friends.
Also, the social we're having next Thursday is for anyone who's interested in skiing as well. So if you have a friend who's up in the air and you want to bring them to the social, please do.
It's for you.
What's that? Pizza.
Not big.
And are we supposed to like bring desserts or something?
We'll be sending a notification out about that. So.
With that, feel free to stay a little bit and talk to the coaches. Have a great night. If you have more questions, email me. Drive safe.